Hello. Like, this is so weird. Long time no see. Very long time. So much time that I have started this video multiple times now and end up deleting it because I don't know, something happens, life happens, I get too busy, too much time passes, and then I feel like the timeline does not make sense. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan if you're new, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or take long to get into this. As per, I'm sure the thumbnail, I haven't even done it yet, but I'm sure as per the thumbnail and the title, we are expecting our third and last baby.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds, because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day, and I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly.
So, oh my word, where do I even start with this? This is just gonna be like a little chit chat video. I'm not, see, I don't even usually do chit chat videos. So this is probably why I've started and deleted this so many times. Anyways, yes, we are expecting a little boy now. Obviously, if you know me in person or you follow me on Instagram, you have known this for quite a while. But my YouTube family, I have totally left you guys hanging. Pregnancy does not go well with me. It doesn't like me. So back in, well, let's backstory here. We have two daughters. Harper is 7. Oakley is almost 5. She'll be 5 in November. We always imagined that we would have one more. We always pictured our family with a third. We're quite content with our 2, and some days, you know, I'm sure every parents know, like some days parenthood, no matter how many kids you have, is hard. So, you know, people would question like, why do you want a third? You have 2. And I don't know, it's just something that we always saw for ourselves. And that's for each couple to decide, not for anybody to tell them what to do. Like, just because somebody else, you know, can't handle more than 1 or 2 or 3 children doesn't mean that somebody else can't handle it. And just because one person financially can't handle more kids doesn't mean somebody else can't. Anyways, we always pictured ourselves with 3 kids. So I don't even know when this was. Oakley's almost 5, but a couple years ago, we started trying for the third, and we tried for 2 years. No idea what happened. We didn't struggle with the first 2. I mean, they took a few cycles, but we didn't struggle with them. And then all of a sudden, this time, total like unexplained fertility, unexplained infertility. We don't know why, we don't know what was up. I ended up going to a few doctors actually, and I kind of got started with that whole process. We knew we didn't want to go like the IVF route. I know many people have to, but we just thought, you know, we have 2 healthy kids at home. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then maybe it's not meant to be. But I thought I'll at least go see if there's something easy that I can fix. Maybe, who knows, right? So I went to a few doctors, ended up going to a fertility specialist that's local here. And I started getting the workup done for myself. I first saw a naturopathic doctor, and she did a whole bunch of blood work with my hormones. To her, everything checked out. She put me on like this huge vitamin regimen, had me change my diet, all that kind of stuff. And then I decided to go see an actual fertility specialist because that one I loved. She was fantastic, but I wasn't getting anywhere with it. So I went to see one doctor who referred me to the fertility clinic in the area, and I went to see him, and we started with like the basics, really, like all the blood work. And you have to, anyone who's been through like fertility issues, you know, you have to time your blood work. So I went through lots of blood draws, different times of my cycle, and I had done it multiple times over multiple different cycles. The next step was to have an ultrasound of my uterus. I did that. The next step was to have everything down there flushed. So I went for an appointment, which I've heard is very uncomfortable if you've never had a baby. So I wasn't sure what to expect. I anticipated pain, but it wasn't painful at all. But basically they do like an ultrasound guided flushing of everything, your uterus and your fallopian tubes, everything. They put a syringe up there with a catheter and flush it all out with saline. I've heard that for some people that alone can work because it will just open everything. So your eggs, everything can just move flawlessly. So anyways, I kind of thought maybe that would get us somewhere, but it didn't. So yeah, I don't know. At this point we're approaching 2 years, you know, still taking my vitamins. We were waiting on one more test, which was on my husband's end, but he did not go. So we never got answers on that end of things, but that's not my story to tell. So I don't know, 2 years passed, nothing happened. I wasn't like crying every month when we were getting the negatives. It was what it was. We had 2 healthy kids, which we're grateful for. So we thought maybe that's it. That's all we're supposed to have. So we decided to close up shop and move on, which, you know, if you're struggling, or like moms, you know, if you're not done having babies and you see, you know, moms with their pregnant bellies, or friends, family, even celebrities posting their new announcement that they're pregnant, it like just kind of guts you. So I still was feeling like that, but I knew we couldn't have another baby, so we were just gonna move on. So I decided to start working on myself. I feel like my physical health wasn't very good. Mental health, little so whose mental health is perfect these days anyways, really. So I started going to the gym like 4 days a week. I would wake up at 4 a.m. and go with a few friends, and was trying to work on my own like physical well-being. I knew that I had to take better care of myself. And then from there, if you've known me long enough or you followed me long enough, you may have noticed, it's okay right now, but I have suffered my whole life from terrible, terrible acne. It's such like it totally just destroys your self-confidence. Like there's almost, I don't know, that can bring you down just so fast and so quick. I'm always full of acne. Right now, it's actually okay. I've had a couple big ones, but they're on their way out. So again, I decided to see my doctor. Now I'm focusing on myself. Went to see my doctor. He referred me to a dermatologist who decided that yes, I need medication. He said my acne was so bad, nothing was going to fix it at this point except for medication. And I was fine with that. It's what I expected. But to be on the medication, you have to go on birth control. And even then, they want 2 methods of birth control. You have to be on whatever you're on, like the pill or the IUD or whatever. Plus, they want you to wear like a condom or just not have sex or anything like that. Because if you get pregnant on the medication, the side effects for the baby are so severe that they said it would be automatic termination. So I left that appointment and I bawled my eyes out. We had already decided we were done. I was working on myself, but I couldn't stop crying. Just like that, hey, the door is closed, you're going on birth control, and then that's that. And I knew by then it's a year process. I knew I'd be another year older. Like the odds of, we just wouldn't even try after I went on that medication. Like it would just, doors are closed. So I cried the whole way home, and my husband happened to call, I think, just to check in. I was driving home bawling, like ugly, crying the whole drive home. Just, I don't know, it was just, that was it. That was the nail in the coffin. We were done having babies. So whatever. I had to go back to my family doctor. He wrote me the prescription for birth control. I dropped it off at my pharmacy on my way home, and I went home. Then we had a Florida trip coming up, which you guys would have seen the videos to Florida. I was still YouTubing and filming during all of this back then. So all the Florida videos are up. We went to Florida, and my husband and I both agreed I wouldn't try to go on any of the new medications. The birth control, which you had to be on for a month before you're even allowed to start the medication. You had to have like blood work done all the time. We decided I was just not going to do that until we came home from Florida. I didn't want to be on vacation suffering any side effects from any new medications. You're not allowed to be in the sun anyways, really, like when you're on these meds. So we thought, you know what, we'll just let things go. We're gonna go on our family trip. We're gonna enjoy it, which we did. We had such a good time. I love going there. The kids love going there. My girls just are over the moon with going to Florida. We drive, they don't care. They're happy to drive. They just want to be there. We went and had ourselves a grand old time. We were there for, the whole trip was 13 days, driving, staying there, coming home, everything. We had ourselves a really good time. Come home, and I said, okay, like I know I have to go, this is like maybe a week after we got home, at least. Okay, I know that I have to go pick up my birth control from the pharmacy. It's there, it's ready, it was just waiting for me. And then I need to be on that for a month, and then we'll start the medications for my face. So I went back, I was going back to the gym again, like hopped right back into regular routine. Girls went back to school. I was going back to the gym. Now I'm gonna start the medication. For those of you that don't know, I am a nurse. I was full-time for 12 years, and then I dropped down to part-time / casual the last 3 years. We didn't have daycare, just to kind of meet our daycare needs and everything like that. When I gave up my full-time position, I gave up my benefits. My corporation wanted so much money for benefits, it wasn't even worth it to pay for them. We were better off paying for everything with cash, which is what we did for 3 years. The girls' glasses, we didn't really need any medications the last couple years, but if we did, we would just pay for them. But I asked the pharmacy, how much is my birth control going to cost? And he said it was, I believe it was $88 to get me through 3 months. So I said, 3 months or 1 month? I think it was 3 months. So I said, that was when I dropped off the script. So I knew it was gonna cost $88. I said, okay, when I pick it up, I'll pay for it. Now, fast forward to a day in April. We've returned from Florida, all is well, life is back in routine. Gonna start the medications. I thought I am going to take a pregnancy test just to see, because I don't want to pay $88 for birth control if I don't need it. And you guys, that test was positive. My period wasn't even due for another 3 days, I don't think, but I did not want to start anything, obviously, if there was even a chance I was going to be pregnant. And it was positive, and I couldn't believe it, didn't believe it. I was home alone. I had to leave in 10 minutes to go get the girls from school. I stared at the test and I repeated over and over and over and over. I kept saying, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Did not believe it. I don't know. I was just mind blown. Like, what the heck, man? We tried for 2 years. I move on, start to focus on myself. Here comes a little baby. So that's where we are. Anyways, everything has gone by for it. It is a boy. Everything's gone by flawlessly for him. He's perfect. He's healthy. Everything is good as far as we know. I disappeared from YouTube because pregnancy doesn't like me. I got so sick. I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything. The thought of doing a load of laundry would make me want to throw up. The thought of emptying the dishwasher would make me want to throw up. I couldn't cook. I couldn't clean. I had a friend come over once and clean. My mom and my sister came over once and they cleaned. I was couch bound for months. The day I turned 6 weeks pregnant, everything went downhill. And I was still going to the gym until then, eating well, felt great. All of a sudden, 6 weeks pregnant, sick. And that lasted until I was 15 weeks pregnant. I was sick with my last with Oakley, but it was done by the time I was 12 weeks. So when 12 weeks came and we surpassed that this time, I got so anxious that I was gonna be like toast for the whole pregnancy. But anyways, 15 weeks, it all cleared up. I get nauseous here and there, but it's not at all like what it was. I'm telling you guys, I don't wish that upon anybody. It was horrible. I couldn't even shower. Like, no. Everything was terrible. Everybody's wondering where I am, you know, like my friends and family aren't thrilled that I'm just disappeared. I didn't talk to anybody. I just was so sick. Also, I was only casual at the hospital, so I knew that I wanted to get my mat leave hours in and get a proper pay. My husband said, no, stay home, we'll make it work. And I said, nope, I don't want to make it work staying home. Life is so expensive. Bringing another baby into this is gonna be even more financially difficult. So I said, I'll go back to work full time. I'll get my hours in. I'll get a proper mat leave pay. I am in Canada, if you don't know, so we are allowed 12 to 18 months paid mat leave, which I know for some other countries is very unfair. And I'm so grateful that we get that opportunity. So I went back to work and took a full-time position again. I started that when I was 17 weeks pregnant, and now I'm 27 weeks pregnant. So time is flying. I feel like we have so much to do. Babies don't wait on anybody. They have their own timeline, their own agenda. They come when they want, they do what they want. So I feel the pressure of having so much to do and not really that much time to do it. I'm just not complaining, but pregnancy symptoms are difficult. I know for some people they're flawless. I know for some people they're worse. I'm grateful we're healthy. It's still hard. We still have rough days, like the fatigue, the back pain. They actually think my first daughter damaged my back on her way out when I delivered her. So each like following pregnancy, like my back pain is pretty bad. Just all the pressure, the weight gain, everything, like just putting too much pressure on my spine, really. So the back pain is so bad sometimes. Insomnia, don't even get me started. I haven't slept in about 10 weeks, like really. I had a couple decent nights this week, which is the best I've had in 10 weeks. So times are rough. I'm drained. I have not even been able to pick up the camera between working full-time, taking care of the 2 kids I have, the fatigue and insomnia. It has not happened. But anyways, I don't want it to be like that. YouTube was my passion. I was posting every week until I got sick at 6 weeks and everything came to a dead halt. But anyways, I feel like that's like, is that enough chitter chatter? Are you guys like totally updated now on what's happening? I don't know, man. It has been a roller coaster of emotions. We're totally on board. We are so excited to have a son now, a little boy. We do not have a name for him. His middle names are set. We always knew what they would be if we ever had a boy. So we're set on his middle names, but first names, we don't know. We thought it was going to be a girl again. So we have an idea. We have commitment issues when it comes with baby names, and our baby names turn out great. I love our like the girls' names. I love them. But now this time it's same thing. I got to think of like, we just want to make sure it's cool and it fits us and everything like that. And I think the name we have in mind, I'm pretty sure it's good to go, but you never know. Anyways, I guess I'll show you guys the bump. And then that'll be that for that video, this video. Woo. Make sure you stick around. I do have other, I have videos in mind now that I have picked up the camera once and you guys are gonna know where I've been. I wanna keep going. So I'm hoping to decorate for Halloween tomorrow. So that'll be next. I have some recipes I wanna make. I'm also probably gonna start doing some like day in the life routines, kind of ish. Routine, I say very leisurely. I think I would like to do like a week in the life of a pregnant mom of 2 who does shift work and throw that out there for you guys to see. But anyways, I'll show you the bump, and that's that.
That you can take me high.
Here he is.
Feels like I can fly.
This is a 27-week
You can take
bump
me
with baby number 3.
I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow.
All right.
And I was down
Catch y'all later.
until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high.